Another one. What are some curricula for high functioning individuals? So the students that may be beyond the ables, maybe they're a little bit older than some of the typical, children or child aged programs that we do. So they're more high functioning, they may be a little bit older. What are some programs that we can use for them?
So going into the behavior resource, looking at our programs, I don't know whether this is, language programs, social goals, etc. I can touch on everything. But if you go into the language resources, for instance, maybe if my computer cooperates here, the language programs and the social programs and the requesting programs are all programmed into beginner, intermediate, and advanced programs. And then you can click on that. So if you click on the advanced programs, my internet's not cooperating right now.
No, of course not.
Of course not. Why would it be? I need it on the fly. What would happen with that? So pretend I'm going into, one of these programs. In there, you've got the advanced programs. So, things in the language resources, for instance, that are advanced programs would be things like inferencing. So we're going to assume that the advanced learner already has WH questions. They can already do your typical feature function class. They're already requesting using WH questions. What comes next? When I say inferencing, I mean things like, how do you do this? Or why do you think that this is going to happen? What do you think is going to come next? How do you know that so-and-so is doing this? That's what I mean by inferencing. So that's what we typically teach an advanced learner. And then going to social skills, and social is huge. How to have conversations, etc. If you're looking specifically for, I'm just going to stop this because it's frozen. If you're looking for resources specifically for, high functioning individuals who, they're teaching social skills, for instance, and it's not on our website, Brenda Smith-Miles is really great. So if you Google Brenda Smith-Miles, I'll type her name into the chat. She has something called the quote unquote hidden curriculum. And what she talks about is that, in any social situation, you go in and there's these unwritten rules. So for instance, right now you go into the grocery store and an unwritten rule is that you're supposed to wipe your cart down if someone hasn't wiped it down for you, or that you're supposed to, open the door with your elbow and not with your hand. Or that there's so many unwritten rules right now. You're supposed to line up where the arrows are. You're supposed to follow the arrows. You're supposed to, these things aren't written down. We just kind of figured it out, or someone told us along the way. But a lot of our learners with autism are higher functioning. I hate that word, but the kids who are, the individuals who are more mild on the spectrum, understand language, but they need to know the rules. So Brenda Smith-Miles talks about writing down this hidden curriculum. So take everything that should be, in a social situation, but isn't, and write it down for them, review it, role play. And that's what she talks about. Another place to go for some social programs for, the people who are more mild on the spectrum or teenagers would be Jed Baker. And Jed Baker has a couple really great books out there in terms of teaching social skills curriculum.
We love direct instruction programs. So if you're looking for more of an academic type of, high functioning program, we love the language for learning, language for thinking, reading mastery, all of that stuff, if that's, where your individual is at. And I think that when it comes to more high functioning individuals, it'll be hard to find like an all-in-one curriculum. It's kind of more like piecing together different things depending on the skill set of the individual. Do they need some behavioral support? Do they need inferencing support? Do they need language or social skills support? And then you're kind of pulling from different places to make a more comprehensive program for that individual. And a lot of it is so individualized. Like it may be just creating a task analysis unique to that individual because they need to learn how to cook themselves lunch. So this is where you really have to kind of put on your BCBA hat and be able to think like, what does this individual need? How can I program for that? How do I break it down into smaller steps? But definitely looking into some of those other programs that you can pull from that would make it really, really helpful for you.